What's up, guys? Of course, as usual, I just got in the door in the very last second, as usual. I am being co-hosted tonight with the Truf himself. Before I get into that, I just see my fucking camera's not working again, as usual, and that's always something. I think I just unplugged it in a fit of rage, so bear with me a second. But, Truth, you got the screen up?
For what it's worth, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Do me the natives and run down some of those sponsors.
Let me look. Let me see if I can get you. There we go. Fortunately, the camera's not available, but I believe we have Mortal Kombat United. What other sponsors do we have?
What's that?
What other sponsors do we have? We have Mortal Kombat United, which is always a great site for all your Mortal Kombat needs and now Injustice needs. I do love me some Mortal Kombat United. There we go. Oh, we got a ton.
We got
Empire.
We got
MK5.
We got awesome Smack. We got Mad Cat. Yeah. We got Mad Cats. We got MK Online. We got MKMP. We got TRMK. We got Mr. Wtih himself.
Get out of here.
Oh man, we got Pro PC Gaming. We got my boy Luminaire, who's always here. Listen to Pherleece telling you to read the book, Truf. What's up, Big Tank?
I can read now, man. But yeah, all these sites, like as you see right here, all these sites, please give them a look. See, most of them cover Mortal Kombat, and most of them cover the NRS universe. And I'm pretty sure after that, Killer Instinct as well. If you wanna be that type of boy next month, give them all a look. If anything, just pull them up, give them a check out. You already know about Mad Cats. You already know about Put That Back. You already know about Empire Arcadia. I was saying, give these other guys a hit. You know what I mean? Give MKU a hit up. They got some very, very good information. If you just picked up Mortal Kombat, you know, you want to know what that's about, give them a hit up.
You got
very informative.
You got Combat Network, who holds their tournaments. They hold a lot of monthlies in their Ultra Spec Cable office, which is a big warehouse. They hold tournaments there. They also hold tournaments at Yestercades down in Red Bank. Also, BA, he's not on here, but 995 Phil from Fight for a Cause, always doing charities and stuff, trying to help out.
That's still going strong for a year now. So they've been doing things all year long.
And while I'm speaking of charities, let me switch this over real quick. Once again, I mentioned this last week. It's basically Extra Life, which is a group Kick Punch Block.
Yeah.
November 2nd, 2013, guys. So right around the block, 25 hours of nonstop gaming, and they're raising money for kids in need. Watch, even if you can't enter it, watch guys game, interact online. Believe this plug that I'm about to put out there, guys. Twitch.tv/KPBFGC. Going to be a $10 venue fee at the door. $5 goes towards Extra Life. If you're unable to attend and want to help donate and get more info, go to kick-punch-block.tumblr.com. It is at 4 Gray Rock Road, Scarsdale, New York, which is a little bit upstate in the Westchester area. The place of the name is Clarkson's Corner. It's for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. It's always a good thing as far as our scene goes. It's a good thing for us to show that we give as much as we take, because we all know we do take. And we take it. Yeah, what's the self-entitlement? I mean,
but one important thing though, it's not just New York, it's all over America. If everybody has Facebook, everybody has Twitter. If you want to know where an Extra Life event is being played in your area, on Twitter, do a search for I think it's #ExtraLife. On Facebook, just type in Extra Life Tournament. Like I said, I'm in KC. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. Our good friend Jonathan Spotswood over at KCSRK, he runs the one for here for KC in St. Louis. as well as I think Max Out, their monthly tournament is also doing a little something something. So if you cannot find it in your area, look up hashtag Extra Life on Twitter, and 9 times out of 10, it'll tell you how many people are doing it, because it's not by them, it's also working with local venue people. So if you can't find, if you, like I said, if you're in California or Oregon or whatever, just look it up on Facebook, Extra Life tournament or Extra Life, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find one in your area. But we run one almost every month.
Okay, another thing that's going to go on today, I'm going to do something for a boy of mine, my boy Corey, who runs Wtih clothing line. Tonight I am going to be giving out 3 of these shirts to people that are in the stream. When I pick you, and it will be, whether it's randomly questioned or something, I will give you the information in order to get the shirts. Also, he has some big things coming up this week, so be sure to follow our streaming legend, Mr. Spooky, and you will definitely catch within the next couple of days some good stuff that's about to come. Exalt Malt, we will discuss Sunday in a few, and so Kuro will just relax. But needless to say, guys, Wtih, who actually had Kari Tagawa sporting their clothing line, they're a Long Island-based clothing company that does gaming gear. They do great work. So I will be giving some of their swag away today. As you, since I don't have the camera on myself yet, let me swing this by and add my camera in, because I'm a total fuck up. There we go. Look at me looking all purty. As you see here, I am wearing a Ninja Gaiden Z shirt. I attended the developer Tom's party at Team Ninja. I will say this, guys. I am a Ninja Gaiden fan again. The game was absolutely amazing. It was very enjoyable. It's a different take from the realistic, and it's more anime oriented with what seems to be a very in-depth story. And, you know, like I said, I've not been, and I complimented Tom, the developer of it, and I said, listen, I haven't been a Ninja Gaiden fan since NES days, and you've actually convinced me to go out and buy this game. Yeah, I know, I'm getting boobs. Well, you know, it's what happens when you get fat and old, so it's a little tight on me. What can I say? Yeah, Team Ninja's on point, especially when it comes to this, man. Ryu Hayabusa, man, he bringing it, let me tell you. Other things that are going on, yes, as you all know, Comic-Con happened this week. A couple of disappointments, you know, a couple of things that, you know, I was a little, I mean, I'll let you start with a couple of disappointing things as well. I am going to add other folks that have been there. At least I can, at least now, see, Jonathan.
Hello, James.
What's up, Jonathan? At least now I know, because I see Jonathan over Spencer. I know who the hell I'm talking to.
Yeah, sorry about the confusion.
Nah, it's trust me, it's not a problem, man. I will say, I had a blast the whole weekend, and I didn't even go into Comic-Con.
Same. I only went Thursday, and then pretty much it was after party after after party.
Yeah, one day of the actual con you need, man. The magic fades real fast.
Exactly. Yeah, it was pretty good though. I enjoyed myself pretty much the whole weekend. I was either drinking or eating free food the whole weekend. It was just crazy.
You can't be free drinks and booze. You can't. Yeah. I think I still have an F on my hand.
Oh man, open bar is stuck on my. It's just stuck on my mindset right now. Like it's crazy.
That's how
open
they do
bar
it, man. See how much money they made. they made so much money that open bar was just like, nah. They were just like, yeah, whatever, sure.
That second night, was it? Yeah, it was Saturday. That second night that they had the Yabba VIP party
at Smithfield.
Yeah, they closed that out. They was charging people that were just coming in $50 per head.
That's crazy.
When they met their limit, $50 per head. But me and James and all the rest of the FGC people, well, most of us, went in for free.
And I hooked up with a Cuban Dominicana.
Yep. I can attest to that.
You kidnapped another one?
No.
That was straight game. That was straight game.
I was straight up, and I thought I wasn't going to keep it because, she split out and she texted me. She was like, yo, I was too banged up. I took a cab back to Long Island. She's like, I can't even believe I pissed away $100.
She could have got banged up.
So I said to her, I was like, all right, that was cool meeting you, yada, yada, yada. She goes, what? She texted me back. She goes, what do you mean it was cool? You're going to call me again. I'm like, oh, am I? She's like, you better. So I was like, all right, you know what? You might get that call.
Oh,
I know at the Twitch party, I got a few cosplayer numbers, so the girls there were pretty.
Oh boy, y'all done went hunting, both of y'all. Dirty old man.
The Twitch party was just off the hook. I know I met this one chick. She was pretty good. Definitely a cool chick to talk to.
Memories.
Now bringing up something that Solkuro was mentioning briefly, which I'm not going to give too much details on until it's actually something official.
I hope it goes through.
So
yes, I hope.
Hold on, man. Both of you guys were in on this?
Well, yeah, he was.
Both of you guys.
Well, they were invited.
Yeah.
I was
They were invited.
I was on the list.
The amazing guys at Twitch threw a pretty damn good party. Yes, you heard me correctly, guys.
Oh, they do. Because those guys that they got to impress, man.
I was at a Twitch party this weekend, and I met with a lot of good people. And believe it or not, I give huge shout outs to somebody probably nobody would ever expect me to give a shout out to. None other than Mr. Gutex.
Might as well let it go.
He did.
He did me a solid, and he got a New York style forever favor coming to him.
You know what I mean? We didn't even beat him up and rob his bitch ass. We actually took him out, you know what I mean?
He was pretty much drunk the whole weekend, every time I've seen him.
One thing y'all learn about good old Gutex, when you give Ryan access to free shit, do not get it twisted. The flip in him will come out and be like, yo, free booze? Yo, he would drink it all. Like, that boy would drink you out of house and home.
He seemed like one of those old 70s guys, just fucking wasted, like that whole week.
That dude that's like, yo, what's up, James? Open bar? Ooh, I'll be right back.
But it was awesome because I was one step behind him.
Oh my god, that's good though. So let's go ahead and break out this news, man. This is some good stuff right here.
So I've spoken to Twitch. Nothing is in stone, but there is a chance that I might be returning to Twitch TV. If it happens, it will be a good thing, I think, for the community, both obviously for the fighting game scene. And
they still have to talk to did they give you a date or anything, or
no? We just interacted with emails right now.
Okay.
But I have nothing against Ustream, obviously. But I do, and exact like as Exalt Malt said, I'm thinking of simulcasting.
I don't mind getting in on that, man.
That'll be good.
Ustream's pretty tight, man. Ustream's pretty tight, son.
You know, I mean,
they've been good to us. They've been good to us, and we've been good to them by getting them numbers.
You know, and that's, you know, I sat with the director at Twitch. I'm not giving out names or nothing. Who is very up on the food chain. So, you know, we discussed obviously everything from the lost episode to the episode that was before it.
Hey, we saved the life. We saved a life, my friend.
And you know, and I explained it. I explained it to him in different, you know, in that terms, as well as I talked about the homeboy Tyson stuff. And you know, I even admitted, look, you know, it went a little too far.
That's definitely not as bad as other stuff that goes on Twitch.
You know, and though it might not be as bad,
that's what I never understood.
You know, while it might not be as bad, it was something that was enough to light a fuse on dynamite, which I didn't need.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, my goal obviously at that point in time was to get my year anniversary on Twitch, and I fall short by basically 3 weeks. So, you know, it's something that we're talking about. I want to also address tonight. I see a lot of this Facebook East versus West, and
I've been noticing that too.
I want you guys to understand something from what I've caught from Twitch. Y'all motherfucking East Coast, West Coast guys better get your asses in gear and learn to unite, because Korea's coming for you.
Correction. Correction. Infiltration is coming for you.
Infiltration.
What he represents.
No.
It's bigger than that.
It's getting bigger than that. Korea is coming for the United States. And if the United States is going to be split between East Coast, West Coast, Midwest BS, we ain't got a prayer.
Well, for the West Coast, I feel they can unite a little bit quicker. It's just us in the East.
They always uniting quicker, man. Do you not see the amount of hookups that West Coast gives West Coast as far as gaming goes?
But
like I would say 9 out of 10 sponsorships happen because someone who's already sponsored gives out the hookup. Shit,
that could easily happen here. But you know what happens is people, and I'm not gonna like blurt out names, but there's certain. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that though. But it's certain individuals that mess it up for the rest of us and like to control things. So the East Coast is in that predicament where if you're going to be the lead, you're going to be viewed as a what do you call it, like a tyrant, or you're going to be viewed as someone that can take just control everything, and that's not what we need. We need unity instead of that. You know,
and you're exactly right. And let me tell you something. Infiltration is good. They got more than just infiltration there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, Cafe ID is Korea, isn't it? They're still Korea. I think they're starting that. Well, but Cafe ID is starting to get like American players. I got like 2.
Do they?
Yeah, there's like a Cafe ID / something new. Yeah, because I saw it at the run back. So Cafe ID, they are expanding like in mass to try and get people still playing down here and keeping their presence known down there, at run back. Yeah. But I will say, honestly, as far as the West Coast goes, I mean, think about it. All right, fine example. Fuck it. This is the On Blast show. I'm going to keep up the tradition. But, once again, we are a more professional On Blast show at this point. So I'm going to say, look, Wong went over to the West Coast. How many cats did Wong put on?
A whole lot.
Wong, while Wong was in the East Coast, how many cats put Wong on?
That's
nobody.
Look at Chris G. Chris G gets hate from the whole United States.
But Chris G got put on from Fnatic, the West Coast.
Yeah.
Fnatic put a good word in for that boy.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, Lauren wouldn't have said, "Okay, y'all need to get Chris G." He wouldn't just say that just to say it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't give a shit how he spins it. They went, hey, the guy who's giving you a problem, the guy who's making it unable for me to win. Let's get him on the same team. And they did.
And like Static 2K saying,
yeah,
the West Coast does have more pull in the scene.
Because the business is in the West Coast. Like I said before.
Yeah, it's more
business in the West Coast. They'd rather go local when they can just drive a half an hour down the road to get the players that they need.
But that doesn't mean that we can't get attention. That doesn't mean that we can't get attention.
I mean, shit. Look at that Snoop Dogg. Like I said, all right, fucking around with Alex Valle one night on his stream, me and him. He was like, "Oh, you didn't know that the Snoop Dogg song for Tekken had an actual video?" I was like, "No." And then he showed it, and I was like, "Wait a minute! Like 10 of the top Tekken players is in the East Coast. Why didn't they call them?" "Oh, well, this is all done in Cali." So y'all just grabbed a bunch of Cali motherfuckers and Justin Wong.
Yeah,
really?
They're not.
Really?
I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't pick that. They didn't choose that right.
They said that like they made no attempt to fuck with nobody in the East Coast,
the East Coast, and even
their
the
top
South
Tekken players were East Coast at the time.
Yeah.
Problem with the East Coast is we spend too much sounding like a bunch of bitches crying.
Yeah.
About what's wrong with games and what needs to be fixed. Shut the fuck up and play the game. If the game is broken, expose the brokenness and use it to your advantage.
But on that same note, though, the majority of the podcasts that come through and the commentary that comes through about games and their structure are in the West Coast still, with avoiding the puddle and the chin and that shit. I mean, all of those do. I forgot the name of fucking. Super Dave Ultra. The white guy.
No, I have it in my mind.
The white guy.
The white guy.
Yeah.
Ultra David.
Oh, Ultra David.
But see, the best thing I can say now about this is at least Double Helix, when they come out, they try to give us some love.
Yes.
But when Microsoft does their shit, people got mad at Microsoft, and it's something that they don't. But it's something that they don't understand.
Wait,
when I lived in Seattle.
The makers of Killer Instinct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When they do their Twitch podcast.
Yeah,
they do go downtown to Seattle to grab some of their local players.
I feel they haven't invested anything in the East Coast. Their stuff is from the West.
But in their defense, you need to understand something. The Microsoft / basically in Redmond, Washington, because I used to live in Seattle. 20 minutes away is Redmond, Washington. Half of it is owned by Nintendo. The other half is owned by Microsoft.
Exactly.
Literally. And they can just go downtown and grab some good players. They're going to do that. So they've always done that. Like for the Xbox, for the Xbox One, they put out an ad in Craigslist for people to just go up there and test it. And if they did, and if they completed the entire testing for the whole month, they get a free Xbox One.
Oh, nice.
They've been doing that shit. Like Microsoft did that shit. Like they've always held in-state jobs to go, hey, we want you to test some video games. Come on over, and you just take the bus up there. And you just get the job. So, the West Coast way of doing business is a lot of let's stay local. Mm-hmm. And in the case of Capcom and
it saves money.
Namco,
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, they stay local. And it's kind of sad for us because there's nothing over here. There isn't shit here. There's nothing on the East Coast. Nothing. Game-wise. I mean, Double Helix comes out here. Because Filthy Rich likes us.
Listen, the problem is this, okay? Even the East Coast internally is not united. They have their rat packs. Okay? Yeah. And in their rat pack, they have another group of secondary rat packs. You got your Justin, your Flo, your PR, your Ricky, your Sherry. Mm-hmm. After that becomes the F Champs and the what's his name?
But that's a NorCal SoCal. Then you might as well say like that. It's NorCal SoCal type of shit.
But we don't have that. KPB, VSM. We started to unite late.
And I think we're still united. We're still a good ground.
We're united. We're united, but we're not united in the same way.
Right.
We're not communicating to each other and saying, yo, hey, Solkuro, are you coming to this event? Hey, hey, 995 Phil, are you coming to this event? We need that communication.
I totally agree with
the message that I saw Sanford put up today, I was actually proud of him because to me, that was a step in trying to push for not East versus West, telling the East to step their game up. And to me, honestly, after analyzing a lot of the East Coast players, I see him as one of, if not the person that should be heading the charge on not taking over the West Coast, but working on unifying the U.S. as a country, as in esports, as everybody likes to say, team.
I don't know how the West is going to react to that. Or
That's the thing. Now again, like West Side Story, Spanish chick wanted to date white boy, but the rest of them weren't cool with it. Well, guess what? At the end of the day, those that want the scene to grow and not the $17 that they're going to get in their wallet, then maybe they'll look at it a little differently.
Yeah.
And they'll start to say, hey, you know what? It's the United States versus Korea and Japan, not the United States versus the East Coast, West Coast, Japan, Canada, Korea, North Korea, South Korea, China, India. You know, if this has to get to that level of quote-unquote, League of Legends, Olympic qualifying type BS, then we need an actual group of people that we consider representatives of us as a whole.
Good luck on that.
That's where
Good luck on that, my brother.
That's where, I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say it's got to be 9 players, 10 players. I don't give a shit if it's 50 players.
If everybody agrees, if everybody agrees as a whole, the numbers shouldn't matter, really.
If 50 players and we come down and it's all of a sudden Korea decides to come bring some Marvel shit.
Yo, you know what? I need to say something about this shit on the chat, man. Like, all right, you gotta understand something about this whole deal. I like how they say, like, you know, about I guess about Mike Ross in general. Let's get one thing abundantly clear. If you don't think Mike Ross knows he don't fuck with video games like that, and that tournament level wise he is kind of shitty, he fully knows that. But he did something that no other dude hasn't. He shifted that shit to just going, I just want to be a personality, and you know what? He got that shit, yo.
And let me transition real quick.
About
that whole thing. I was Saturday night when James. Remember when I left the party to the Bouts? I went to dinner with Tom Lee, the creative producer for DOA.
Okay.
And we were talking about the same exact thing. Trust me, he is a smart man.
Yeah, I give him full props, man. Like I said, I you know, just for talking to him, you know, it's people like that this scene needs
Maximilian
to step up.
Yeah. I mean, both of them. I mean, like, if you can't step up, find something else you can do.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's exactly what Maximilian did. Maximilian, by no means, as a tournament level player, he has told you.
Think about Max and the thing about Mike Ross. These two guys are marketable.
Yeah. Yes, I gotta admit, if I had a choice, I'd pick Ross for all my shit.
Yeah, the people outside the FGC would look at these guys and take them. They would be in the entertainment industry real quick.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a shame because no one ever says, oh, whenever Mike Ross is in some shit, they don't say, oh, tournament winner, professional player.
Yeah,
they just say they say fighting game enthusiast, Mike Ross.
Listen,
fighting game enthusiast.
A perfect example.
Amazing.
A perfect example is somebody like myself. Okay, I came back into the scene 3 years ago. Am I gonna sit here and bullshit to become a personality? No. I came to play and win. I came to play and win some shit. But even myself, I'm guilty of not stepping up my game. I go to tournaments, I get shit-faced before I even walk in the door to the event. By then, I don't even care what games I play.
See,
I'm getting towards that point, too.
I can't do that. I cannot do that. I don't know how y'all can do that. I can't do that shit, man. Like, I guess it's because of, you know, I guess it's the way I am, but, you know, going on that, I mean, let's just get it abundantly clear. Most of these FGC cats that got invited to the Comic-Con don't even fucking read comics.
Yeah,
Think about that for a minute.
They don't
even fucking read comics. So Ross got a free deal to the San Diego. All them FGC motherfuckers got a free ride to San Diego to go down there, and that shit costs mad money. If the New York one was $50 a head, I guarantee you that the San Diego one was like 69 or 70, between 69
it must have been more.
Ticket. So they got a free ride there. Did Mike Ross do anything special? Fuck no. But Mike Ross decided, you know what? I'm kind of okay in Street Fighter. On a tournament level, I'm all right. So this shit ain't gonna pay my bills. Fourth place don't play my, fourth place does not pay my bills. So how do I do this? He instead, while he was losing, while he was doing all this shit, in between it, he was talking to the right people.
That's the backup. It's all about who you know and who you can talk to. Yeah.
He was talking to people, and then he got a $2,800 computer built for him, and he didn't know shit about computers.
I swear, this was my conversation with Tom Saturday. I swear, the whole conversation was just about that and some of the steps that people in the FGC should take. I swear.
See, me personally, there is a new dawn for me. I will not be drinking at tournaments unless I'm done competing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I am now out to prove I don't plan on winning. I don't plan on winning fucking Street Fighter 4. But I will tell you this. There is going to be a bunch of 20-year-old kids that are going to be upset that they lost to a guy twice their age.
Oh, of course. Of course.
They would. I know I would.
And I will tell you this. Know it, learn it, live it. I'm bringing two things. Ryu and Honda.
Oh, jeez.
Are you still with Ryu?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Ryu? You trying to fucking play?
I'm American. It's Ryu.
Oh, God. But seriously, though, I mean, in this day and age, companies are not just looking for the fact that you can do a fucking foot dive loop. Let's get one thing abundantly clear. These companies know that the FGC is one chief and a shitload of Indians, and all these Indians are brain dead as fuck.
But it's been like
they follow. You gotta have a personality.
And I can tell you this: I started like going to FGC events way back in '07, even earlier than that. In the old days, it wasn't even like that. It really wasn't like that at all. But now,
in the old days, we didn't have shit marketing to us. The companies just pumped out. I mean, we were one of the few genres of gaming where all you had to do was just put the product.
There was no complaining. There was no talking about fix that. It was just raw skills.
What you see is what you got. Yeah. Like I said in earlier episodes, you might come across an arcade in the middle of some mall in the middle of fucking, I don't know, Dallas, Texas, and short, fierce, and jab don't work. But you still. Oh my God, I remember those. But you still played. But you still played it. You still played it.
Dude, that was a fucking. That was a damn. Oh God, that was. The fucking Dominican bodega Street Fighter machines, dude. And if they ain't work, the Dominican dude be like, I don't know how to work the electronics, papa. I don't know all about that.
a barbershop I used to go to used to have Guilty Gear. And that's funny. A black barbershop used to have Guilty Gear.
I didn't play any Dominicans.
That's crazy.
Nah, but about the Comic Con, let's just roll back to that. I think one of my deals was, and just like I put in the chat, I remember when the Comic Con was about comics. And it makes no sense that at the New York Comic Con, Maury, fucking Jerry Springer, like what were they doing there? Like, yo, what the fuck was Maury and Jerry Springer doing at the Comic Con?
Well, they're in like Tri-State, so yeah.
And they had the booth up, and I just look, and you look, it's like, huh?
Oh my God, what did I just get tossed into just now?
What's up, Mr. Remix?
What's going on?
Sit down and take a hit. We're about to get angry.
I wind up, I get out of work today, guys. I'm walking up the fucking block, and who do I run into in the middle of Manhattan? Remix.
Who could it be? Who would have thought?
In the middle of Manhattan.
Yeah, I have you guys know, right? Listen to the lead up. Listen to the build up for how this shit happened, right? So peep game, right? So I'm supposed to be meeting my friend who works at a bakery, who's a male, by the way, right? And go figure that one out, right? He's fucking in a skirt, baking cupcakes and shit. So I'm meeting him. He's like, yo, we're gonna chill. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll actually go and meet up with you, right? So this nigga just dips. He fucking leaves with Sam, Persia, Yipes' girl, because they work together. And I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, there goes my fucking plans for today. And then, like James said, who would I happen to run into out of all people? And the biggest smile, you could tell he was really happy to see me. I mean, I'm usually happy to see me also, but James was definitely excited.
Oh my God.
And then I would say like I would say that he was more happy to see me, but I think it was like the Asian girls that were around me that he was more happy to see. That's what I think he was so happy about.
Yeah, those Asians, I told you, man. I would have won Nam.
It's no game, is it?
One shit, man. You have a whole bunch of chubby ass half Asians running around fucking.
I would have won.
And you had fucking Vietnamese chicks. Jane, I need to talk to you.
They would no. They'd be like, by the time I'm done, they would look Asian and they'd be like, yo, what's up, man? They'd be like, yo, what's up, my nigga?
They have sandy blonde hair.
Sandy blonde hair, blue-eyed Asians.
Yo, Jane, I need to talk to you. Oh, my kid.
I need to give you a happy ending. Are you down for that?
Oh, my kid. I call him Jane Jr. Jane Jr. 2. Jane Jr. 3. Like 3. James would be like, I'm not the daddy. And all of a sudden the kid would be like, fuck you. Okay.
The whole trap in general.
You're the only white boy running around here populating the country. You're going to tell me you're not the daddy? And you know what's funny? As I say that, I'm telling Nelson a story today about my uncle, who pretty much did that up and down the east fucking coast.
Dude, your family's nuts, man. Your mom tried to assassinate you with a car. I can't.
That shit had me rolling with cause like, all right, look, I'm part Hispanic and part Italian, right? Now, I had my fair share of ass whoopings from my parents. My mom used to let her friend, who she knew since she was a little kid, whoop my ass with extension cords. I told James I had Hot Shots basketball thrown at me. Shit exploded.
How you get your ass whooped with a Hot Shots basketball?
Because, so I'm being, a normal, 12, 14-year-old, not listening. What else is new, right? Yeah. And... my mom punishes me and leaves me in the room. I don't get to go out. I don't even see no fucking sunlight. It's like they had like fucking metal shades that just fucking blinded me from getting any type of sun or anything, right? And then she's like, oh, yeah, you like Hot Shots basketball? You like playing? You have some fun still, even though you're grounded? She picks the whole shit up at me, right? And she throws it at me, and the shit explodes off my... Oh, shit! Stop!
I'm thinking where you fucked up.
See, but at least you had shades. See, my mom's locked me... My mom tortured me in a worse way. She locked me in one of those closets that had those, shade look to the fucking front of the closet, but they pointed down, so you still didn't see no motherfucking sunlight.
Y'all fucking up. If your mom goes in your room and specifically asks you, do you like shit that she don't ever touch or even talk about, say no.
That's where you fucking up off dick, right?
Because if she look and go, oh, so you like Nintendo, huh, nigga? Go, no.
I should have been like, look, I'm not even a Nintendo fan. I'd have been like, yo, I'm more of a Sega fan anyway, so don't break my shit.
You know what would have been worse, though? If you go to the Comic-Con, at that booth that has Steve Wilkos, Mari, and Jerry, and some bitch start rambling about you, about, child support, and then all three look at you.
Then I'm on the show.
Imagine if that shit happened, yo. Your ex-girl would be like, nigga, you haven't paid your child support. And you right at the booth with fucking Mari, Steve Wilkos, and Jerry. And they all just look at you like, really?
They'll just eat that up.
Really? Yeah. At the Comic-Con. That shit just, I'm sorry that it bugs me. Because it makes no fucking sense. Like, why would Steve Wilkos, Mari, and Jerry Springer be at the fucking Comic-Con?
Wait, why would they be there?
Why would they be there? That shit killed me, man. Like, it blew my fucking mind, yo. Like,
no, you know what killed my mind about? You know what killed my mind about it? What was the DC booth set up like?
It was...
Wait, I thought you said there was no DC.
Exactly. A motherfucking Comic-Con. You got two companies, Marvel and DC, and DC's like, nah, we're not showing up.
That was weird. I didn't see it in the whole weekend.
They're gonna have a booth at the next con or whatever the fuck it is to unveil the new DC Universe character that they're unlocking. I don't know.
Should you do that though? Like, why? I mean, the New York one and the San Diego are like the biggest ones out of all of them. Like, once they hit New York and San Diego, those are the ones you need to really make a strong presence in. And when WWE beats you out, that's sad. Like,
wait, WWE was there?
WWE was there. Oh yeah, they've been at each one so far.
Yeah, who did they have over there?
Fucking they had a few superstars you could take pictures with and some autograph signings. And
if I would have met Triple H, I'd have been like, let me ask you a question. How do you bag the boss's daughter? That's the thing I'm gonna ask him. I mean, how do you do that? Like, that's good shit. You're already making bread, but nah, I gotta stick it in there and really get in the.
Let me help somebody out here. AUAV. This is the thing, man. Whatever she said, see, this is where you fucking up. You don't pretend to like something you don't, because if you like the wrong thing, chances are she's gonna beat you with it. This is why you say you like the smallest thing. Then she'll get pissy at you and leave for a minute. That is your time to prepare for the ass whooping that she will give you with something that she chooses.
So you gotta basically say, "Yo, mom, fuck that. I don't like handballs anyway."
Exactly.
and then it's like,
and she'll ball in her fist and probably not shot you. But either way, it's better than getting hit with a fucking Nintendo.
no, it's better than getting hit with a car. The way James made that shit sound, he's like, yeah. So my mom tells me, "Yo, I think there's something wrong with the headlights. You want to check that out for me real quick?" And James like, "Well, my ass has been safe for the past 2 days, so why the fuck not?"
That shit was like Hitman. His mom would have leveled up like 4 times, yo.
It's a good thing that she didn't play Grand Theft Auto, because she would have taken it to the next level.
My mother, let me tell you something.
She left his ass for dead and wasted.
Just a quick rundown of the things my mom's hit me with. We'll start with the obvious: extension cords, wiffle ball bats, lacrosse sticks, a baseball bat, a wiffle ball bat,
Your mom was
irons.
into sports, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Well, unfortunately, my father made us play 4 sports a year, so there was always some kind of athletic arsenal for her to grab. I mean, I think my mother beat my ass with a basketball.
You know what? I respect that. Your mom could ball.
His mom would have grabbed the basketball, did like the and one nigga. She started cracking him from the back. He'd be like, I don't know where the ball's going.
That would have been his punishment. She would have just broke his ankles, and that would have been it.
Now, how many out there have gotten cold water thrown on you in bed to get you out of bed?
Numerous times.
My mom used hot water.
Oh shit!
God,
chill.
That's torture, nigga. That's not punishment.
Yeah.
That's torture.
And I'll never forget it. I think
That's that 1967 torture.
I was like, I remember one day, my mother hit me with a wooden spoon. And what's your first reaction when you're gonna get hit in the ass with a spoon? You put your hand back there. She hit my pinky. And
broke it?
she sprained it. It looked broken. She took me to the hospital, and I had to give that good times excuse. I fell down the stairs.
Yo,
I'm gonna tell you now. If anybody has any like questions as to why you are the way you are, James, I think you're answering all of them.
yeah, I'm kind of with him on that one. Like, dude, that's that white shit.
But now, you know what? As I get older, as I get older, though, you got to understand. Now, as I get older, and I told you, I threw the motherfucking Christmas tree across the room.
Oh yeah,
that was
that was the big mistake right there.
Yeah, that was the bad.
But no, I understand. You know, you're like, I'm trying to get some vagina. I'm trying to go out with my wifey, and your mom is
what's going on
up right now.
Nah, nigga, you don't go throwing the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's a little bit much.
I put it back up.
That's what's up, then. Okay, that's what's up. You did.
But you want to know what's fucked up? Listen to this one. My soon to be ex. She comes over 2 years ago for Christmas. When me, my brother, and my kid's sister were born, we each got an ornament. So my mother had an ornament on the tree for me from 1970.
Well, she's consistent.
My wife turned around and said, "Let me see it," and fucking broke it. I was waiting for my mother to pull out the motherfucking car and run her ass over.
First of all, that bitch gets props for one thing. That was some OG shit where she was like, "Yo, let me see your ornament." And then she cracked that shit in front of her like, "Yeah, bitch."
That's the classic.
That's some old Denzel Washington shit. Like, you like Christmas? Come again. He's break that shit up.
That panda commercial that panda.
This your favorite holiday? Oops.
Yo, it is like that panda commercial where he just slapped the shit and just start looking at you like, what?
Yeah, that shit is scary, yo.
Now, how many of you guys have older brothers or younger brothers?
Younger.
I'm an only child, so I got all the ass whippings. I didn't share it with nobody.
So you didn't get to share it. See, I shared them for both.
Why?
Because my brother was a snake. My brother was a fucking snake. My brother, I was telling him about the whole sneak thing with my grandpa and shit earlier too. My brother was the type of cat. Me and my brother would go to the arcade.
Okay.
All right, we played games. Now, we weren't allowed to go, but we just did whatever the fuck we wanted to do anyway. So we would walk back home and we're like, yo, what excuse are we going to use? Oh, we stopped, we played baseball, we did this, we did that, we did that. We'd get in the house and my mother would say, where the fuck were you guys? My brother would grab me by the shoulder and said, Mom, I found him at the arcade. I was looking for him for the whole time. And the motherfucker would throw me under the bus.
The setup.
And I got the ass whooping for both of us and shit.
Actually, see, at single malt, that is called a Puerto Rican family intervention. When you get your ass whooped by your grandmom, then she tell you to go home to your mom. But while you walk home, she call your mom, tell them what you did. So she wait to whoop your ass. Then if your aunt happens to come through, well, why is he crying?
That's too much of a chain combo
then she
right
tells you. Dude, that is a no. That only requires 3 fucking stocks of super, nigga. Like your grandma will whoop your ass. Then delay that shit. Then your mom be like, "I just got your grandma." Then she beat your ass. Then if your aunt happens to just stroll in on the sneak, like, "Yo, what's up, yo? Oh, why are you crying? Oh, he did such and such." Then she go cracking her knuckles, like, "Yeah, nigga."
See, what I was telling Remix earlier about my grandmother. I asked him. I said, you know, what happened when you cursed? Did you get your mouth washed out with soap ever?
Got meter burn, throat grab.
All right. Well, my grandmother usually the usual thing was getting your mouth washed out with soap.
Oh, yeah. I had the cops called on me before, bro, because I didn't listen.
I had castor oil. I had castor oil drunk. They
were like, yo, we're gonna take you away from your mom, and I was like, holy shit is getting real right now. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
My mother had the school have some fucking group called PINS. It's called Parents in Need of Supervision.
What?
Come look at my mom, like, because your son's so fucked up. Yo, my mom was so fucking mad at me one time. She took my ass to the children's shelter. Now, for those of you that don't know what a children's shelter is, it's basically juvie jail.
Yeah,
and she brought me.
Shit, is that where you want to be?
I'll tell you right the fuck now. I got dropped off there, and some big lesbian-looking fucking woman guard come out. I don't know if my mom knew this bitch or not, but they were like, "Yo, we're ready to take him in." I'll tell you,
straight shit.
Exactly.
Damn, got kind of
yo, I went out. All of a sudden, I was like,
"Look at you, sexy."
I was like, I said to myself, "I got
white chocolate, motherfucker."
I got 2 choices right here. I got cry or run like a motherfucker.
Neither of which were very effective in that battle.
Actually, no.
How about both of them?
I did both of that, and I got the fuck out. I got the fuck out. A couple of tears, and no mama, I'll never do it again. And she's like, you better not. And of course, 3 weeks later, I was still being a fuck up.
Dude, my uncle was an asshole. That nigga would shoot you with a fucking pellet. Be talking with some shit, and he would sneak out and shoot you on a sneak. Like, nothing hurts worse than something you don't see coming, because your body reacts as truthful as humanly fucking possible. Like, I don't care what any of y'all niggas say in chat. Let somebody just punch the shit out you and you don't know it's coming. Your body will react. You will go, ah! And you will scream like a little girl, and you won't fucking play tough. Your shit will react normally. So we'll be talking, and my grandma will be talking, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever the fuck. And I start walking. And all of a sudden, I feel this sharp pain in my leg, and I would just ah, shit! And my uncle was like, yo, stop crying. And he said straight up, like, yo, don't disrespect your grandma. Stop crying. And then he shoot me again if I kept crying. I was like, yo, that shit ain't funny, man. He was like, yo, what if I had a real gun?
He was like, yo, it wasn't supposed to be funny.
Yeah, and he was and that shit hurt bad. And like he was a cold ass Puerto Rican dude. He dead now. That nigga was a cold ass Puerto Rican dude, and he would shoot you and just look at you like, yo, stop crying.
Yo, check this one out. Big Tank said, Jesus, James, next thing you're gonna tell me that you were waterboarded. No, I wasn't waterboarded. Now you remember, but listen to this one. When I was about 8, 9 years old, for those that are familiar with Long Island at all, you know, you got Jones Beach. Jones Beach is about 10 miles from my house.
I used to go, oh wow, I used to go there a lot.
What's up, Fernando?
At 8, 9 years old, I walked it.
Why would you walk it? Are you crazy?
Because I just did whatever the fuck. I just did whatever the fuck I wanted. Now, my mother had this sense of, I know where the fuck you were.
Of course.
So I got home. I didn't think nothing of it. You know, I didn't get home late or nothing crazy like that. She goes, what the fuck you doing at Jones Beach? I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, you try to lie your way out of it. She's like, you know, my friend Betty saw you walking on the Wtih Parkway, fucking 9 years old. So my mom turned around to me. She goes, look, you're my baby, okay? And she says, when I don't know where you are, I feel like my hands are tied behind my back. So my mother, my mother was one of those. She used to sport those fucking bandanas. Fucking that all the women in the 70s used to, the fucking those denim looking ones.
Ew, well, that's that old white lady shit.
Yeah. So she proceeded to say, I need you to sit down. So I sat in a chair. She tied me in the chair with the fucking bandanas, my feet and my hands behind my back.
What kind of shit was your mom into?
Yo, my mom. Listen,
hate children.
Yo, you want to know?
On that whooping
wait. I'll give you a better one.
Damn.
Go upstairs. Here's the better one. Go upstairs and put your shorts on. You're like, yo, this is like some pedophile shit. What the fuck's going on?
That's the reverse of what you think would happen.
She's like, all right, are your shorts on? Take your socks off. You're like, okay. Go in the corner and kneel.
Okay.
Yeah, on your knees.
Okay, you know,
yeah.
Time out.
Sounds like an assassination.
Are you getting? Are you kneeling on rice?
Thank you. She made me kneel on motherfucking rice. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
That hurt.
That shit hurt like a motherfucker.
And
Once
she
again,
let you lamp there, right?
Maybe
Once again, I don't care how big a badass you think. That shit does hurt after a while. And frozen peas hurts. And frozen peas hurt worse.
Frozen peas. That's
frozen peas. Kneeling on frozen peas.
That one I never got.
That's that next gen shit.
Yeah, that's
my friend. And I don't give, if you're in an FGC and you catch any Asian motherfucker, ask him, yo, what's up with that frozen peas kneeling shit? That like, and they'll tell you it's Vietnamese. That's like a common Vietnamese thing. And my friend's mom, he was saying something, and she said something in Vietnamese, and like he was like, I'll be right back, and he rolled up his pants and she put him down, and he just kneeled on him, and you could see like in his eyes that shit was hurting bad. He was just like trying his best.
Like I would have been doing combos while that shit was going on. I'd be like, yo, how much does that shit hurt?
Man,
I'm about to do some hot shit right now.
Look at that.
Now, growing up, the kids, you know, all three, myself, my brother, and my sister, we used to eat dinner together, and my father would used to either go get fucking hammered and play cards at work and never eat or whatever. So I come home one day on one of my 2-day gallivants, and I walk into the door, and there's 3 things of pasta sitting there.
Okay.
So I'm like, 3 plates? Okay. I guess they expected me home, and they made dinner. Cool. So I sit down, I start gobbling down where I normally sit. It was my father's.
Oh, shit.
My father took my face, he slammed that shit into that fuck. Thank God they were eating off of paper plates.
There's one thing you don't ever do. You don't ever fuck with your dad's dinner, man.
You
never fuck with your dad's dinner. Your dad, Chris Rock was right, nigga. He works 10 hours a day. He does all this shit, and all he wants when he come home is the big piece of chicken. You don't fuck with that big piece of chicken. Yeah, you ate the big piece of chicken, like for real. Like, you fucked up royally.
See, niggas be bitching about them going through hard times when they were growing up. James sound like he was a fucking runaway slave.
Through hard times, your dad's plate, and then your dad gets mad and tells your mom to shortchange you for like a month.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I was saying, the worst part about it is now that I've gotten older, I'm like, wow, I was a fucked up kid, man. Yeah, I mean, just imagine. I mean, do any of you guys got kids?
No, thank God.
No,
oh, my son acting like a bitch ass right now. As a matter of fact,
how old's your son?
Oh, my son 11 now, so he's already getting into that age where he think he hot shit.
15 years old. Listen to this one. 15 years old.
Are you hitting him with the peas? When he's bad?
You know what? I whooped my ass, son, one good time, and now, like, you remember that?
Learn?
Yo, did you know that, like, you remember that commercial how they got like the little like go to school shit where they had like the levels and Daddy like level 14 and shit. Like whenever they said it, they gonna call me. My son is like, yo, for real, stop playing. Nah, we good.
You know, it's funny. It's funny. Static just says, I'm surprised James doesn't have obvious scars.
He does.
Yeah.
Shit, I got motherfucking scars, man. You can call my ass Scarface.
He be like, yo, James, how do you sleep? James like, nigga, what makes you think I sleep?
I can't sleep, man. I got nightmares.
So let me ask you a question. From when that car bopped your shit, right?
That's crazy.
What did anything bad come from that other than just the impact of it?
Well, first
did you get any battle scars? I mean, you got hit by a fucking car.
No, I didn't get no battle scars because she didn't like actually have the tire roll over me. She just hit me with the front end. But like I said, she used the broken light as an excuse. But when she was done, the light was now broken. Now keep in mind.
But how did you get your ass whipped by your dad for your mom running the car into you, which broke the front headlight?
Like I was saying.
That's that bullshit.
Like I was saying. So
for what it's worth, though, I didn't get my ass whooped that much because I was a pretty good kid. But I will say this: for every time my mom got me, she explained why she got me, and then she told me, you know, the consequence of if I would have just went ahead with this shit. And she was right. You know, most of the time she was right. You know, she was like, yo, you fucking around with these, you know, with these cats. You know what they do. Now, what if somebody decides they want to go and start shooting these motherfuckers? They're going to shoot you too because you with them. And I was like, all right, cool. I understand. My bad for being out all night with the wrong crowd. I get it, you know. And for what it's worth, you know what I mean? Even now. And she was like, when you have kids, you'll know. Yeah, I know now because now my son is acting like I was when I was 11. You know, he thinking he hot shit and he acting a fool. And now I see where she coming from. And I'm like, damn, I gotta have the same talk with this boy I had when I was a youngster. You know.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta bring your mom into it and let your mom speak to your son and be like, you know, I said the same shit to your father.
Oh nah, trust me, he already knows.
See, my problem was this: my father would get called at work 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. Jimmy's acting up, and now. You people are going to realize, all you young bucks out there that are chasing these quote-unquote pro-hoes and all these chicks around the block.
The pro-hoes.
Eventually, there's a change in life for them, and it's not menopause. I call it vocal spinal reproduction. They are able to say something to you in a negative way, in a pissed off way, that will actually make your spine hurt so bad that you want to make whatever caused that problem to stop.
Is it dun dun dun?
Yeah, I just want to say something, James. No offense, James, but your mom was a snitch.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. My mom. Yo,
the snitch.
My last name is Fink, and my mother was the queen rat, man.
Whatever, man. His mom was fucking 1848. That bitch was a beast. Like, yo,
this nigga was getting punched and getting his chest caved in, bro.
So, all right. Let me go back. Yeah. Let me go back. Let me go back to get. Hold on. Truth. Hold on. Let me go back to the car. So anyway, so now I get hit by the car. My mother puts the car back in the driveway and basically says, "Fuck you, I ain't taking you nowhere." And by the way, when Dad gets home, how you going to explain to him the broken light on the car now?
Exactly. So now you see the side mission.
Wait.
Where she hit you, then blame you.
Wait. So now what I do?
And you know he's gonna take her side too.
So now what I do is I say, all right, you know what? What's the best defense to getting your ass whooped?
Not saying nothing.
No. Go in the.
She already got you.
Go in the bed. Go in the bed. Go in the bed. Just go right in the bed and hope your father's so trashed he don't give a fuck and just wants to go to sleep. So on that particular Friday night, he got hammered. He didn't give a fuck. He went to bed, and I was like, yo, awesome. I got away with this shit. Now, of course, the next day rolled around, which was a Saturday. My Saturdays, my father liked to go to the bakery and buy donuts and coffee and a paper and sit down and, you know, do his thing at about 8, 9 in the morning. I get up. I'm expecting to get punched across the fucking room. And I get a, "Hey, Jimmy, you want a brownie?"
Oh, no.
I'm like, really? Really? The first thing I said to myself is, I'm like, yo, maybe Mom didn't say shit. Maybe like we bonded here. Maybe there was some kind of bond that went on, and we realized
maybe my eye is gonna turn into a brownie.
So I very timidly picked the brownie out of the box, and I proceed to go into the living room and eat it, and nothing happens. The whole day, my father's, hey Jimmy, what's up? How are you? Yada yada yada. No problem. So on Saturday night, I go to bed. I do my thing. My father, in fact, I'm just remembering this now. My motherfucking father bought me Carvel that motherfucking night.
Oh, what a sweetheart!
And I was like, I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow. This is some cool ass shit. I said, now I'm getting pompous.
The calm before the storm.
Now I'm getting pompous. I'm like, yo, I got this shit under wraps. This is cool. It's working out. So, hold on, let me add. Okay. So so now what I do is Sunday comes around. Sunday was bagel day. My dad would go to the local bagel store. He would buy both the fucking Daily News and the Newsday Sunday papers, the coupons, the bullshit. But before he would go do that, he would go and do his daily Sunday time to take a big ass dump. So
those are mandatory. You gotta have one of those.
Every Sunday you gotta drop a deuce. So I'm like, all right, cool. So everything's cool. So now I come walking down the stairs. I start walking towards the bathroom, but I know my father's in there. But I'm like, he's probably gonna come out a second. So I slowly proceed towards him. He had the toilet flushed. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get to take a piss. All of a sudden, my father got all Superfly Jimmy motherfucking Snooker on me. And that motherfucker leaped about 6 feet across the room. You would have thought Michael Jordan was fucking jamming on my head.
Like it did the meter bird teleport.
He landed on my chest. He landed on my chest.
No.
He landed on my chest. He looked like some Muay Thai boxer with double knees. The knees pinned my shoulders to the ground, and he just starts. This is not slaps. These aren't those 8-year-old kid, I gotta slap you teaching you wrong from right. This is a 17-year-old kid getting punched in the chest.
Oh, you were 17.
And I'm going, yo, I think I'm gonna die today. Now to make it worse, now to make it worse, like I was telling Remix, my father has false teeth. When a man has false teeth and he gets mad and he don't go total denture grip, yo, that motherfucker turned into a rabid pit bull with foam and shit spitting and dripping all over you, and you're trying to block the spit in your face and your chest caving in, and you're going, Jesus Christ, is this how I'm gonna fucking die?
So basically, the foam is looking like after you brush your teeth with the toothpaste, you got that fucking
exactly. And every drop of it that hits you, you think it's gonna burn you like the acid out of the blood of a fucking alien. So now I'm gonna die. And all of a sudden, I got a big brother. Like I said, at that time, he was like 19, so he was about 6'6", 6'7". He come and tackled my father off of me. And you know how there's always that one clown in a fight that's doing that, let me go, I'll fuck you up. My brother at that time was probably like 275. He was dragging my brother. He's telling me, we'll go out into the back fucking yard right now and we'll settle this. One of us is coming in to eat breakfast and I like my eggs poached. So, come on. And I just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
Don't whip my ass anymore.
And like I said, that after that point in my life, he has never hit me again.
I would have just told his ass. I'd been like, yo, just pin me and get it over with.
He had me pinned.
I'm not getting up.
He had me pinned.
You got it.
He wasn't trying to pin me. He was going fucking. Sure he was going Hulk smash on my chest.
Laws, my nigga. I'm pretty sure this is like child abuse, like by the current fucking state laws.
By the new laws. But you want to know something?
Not child abuse.
But you know what? But to be honest,
that's teenage abuse.
But to be honest, you know what that taught me?
What did getting hit by a car teach you?
Not to fuck with my mother. Like I said, every year before that, I got hit with wiffle ball bats, fucking baseball bats.
Yo,
she went after me.
Serious hitman, fucking retribution, full-on assassination plot. Like she fooled you, had you go downstairs, check the car, hit you with the car, they did a side mission to cover that shit up to make it look like it was your fault.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
James
don't like driving nowhere anymore.
Nope, I walk, man. I don't drive no more. I walk everywhere.
That's how I walked in, man. Like, yo, James, they got it at Madison Square Garden. I'll meet you there in 6 hours.
but now, you also got to understand. You also got to understand now. You know, I did do some. You know, even beyond that, 15 years old, I hitched around the country.
Why would you do that, man?
Just because I could.
Shit is dangerous as fuck. See, that's that white people shit.
You do that? There's no point.
That's white folk shit.
There was a point. I got to see shit that I never got to see.
See, I think the Puerto Rican in me chose not to do shit like that because that just don't make no fucking sense to me.
There isn't a Puerto Rican alive that'd be like, "Hey, yo, let's go hitchhiking across the country." Fuck no.
Yo, look.
Every truck that passed by, James's butthole was in jeopardy.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. There was this one guy. All right. Well, the first thing is this. It started out. The way it started out was, I don't know what you guys got, like reservoir sumps near you guys. I don't know. We were just roaming. Me and a bunch of kids were roaming around, and I kicked this laundry machine. But it was where all the dealers used to deal. So the motherfuckers used to hide their stash in this old beat up laundry machine. Yeah. And I hear the sound of ching ching change, and I'm like, oh, let me dig in there. I wound up pulling out like 50 fucking bucks. I'm like, fuck it. So I go to the train station. I take the train from Long Island to Penn Station. Then from Penn Station, I go to the Jersey Transit. I go to Trenton. I'm talking to the conductor. He's like, where you going? I said, I don't know. I think I might go to Florida. So the cat turns around. He's like, well, I'm going to the Delaware Memorial Bridge. I can get you that far. Well, nobody mentioned to a 15-year-old kid that you can't walk across the Delaware Memorial Bridge. It's not legal.
Wow. No.
So what was fucked up was one of the Delaware cops turned around to me and tells me, there's a place you can go and hang out. I go, what the fuck does that mean? There's a place where you can go if you got a couple of bucks, you could spend the night with a lady. I'm like, okay. So I go to the place, and it was one of those mattresses that like looked like it's like somebody threw it out, pissed and shit on it for fucking 8 months. I'm like, nah, I ain't chilling here. So I got back on the road. So I get back on the road, and now here I am on I-95, thumbing it down the road, and I get picked up by this dude. And I don't want to say he was gay or a pedophile because I don't know which way to go at 15 years old. I looked older, so I don't know what his deal was, but maybe he thought he was getting some. Now this guy was probably in his 40s. Big, fat, old, white, bald motherfucker. And he had a paper route for a living.
It was a meth house.
No. Check this out.
Law of the road, man.
No. Check it.
You watch Jay and Silent Bob, nigga? Law of the road. Every time you gotta do it. It's the law of the road, nigga.
You just got
So the guy turns around, he's giving me a ride. He's like, yo, I'm gonna go. He's like, I'm heading towards Tennessee. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, but I gotta stop at my house first to pick up some things and finish my route, and then I'll come and I'll take you the rest of the way.
That nigga
wait. And he like, you could chill at my house. So now,
does it sound weird to you?
Yo, how's that sounded weird? So now wait. So now the motherfucker leaves. Now the motherfucker leaves. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Wait, he leaves what?
He leaves me in his house alone to go do some shit to come back.
I'll call 911.
Whoa. No. Jonathan, what did you just say? What did you say?
Through his shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I went through his shit, and the first thing I found is fucking gay porn.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
time to go.
I'm like, time to go.
No, nigga, hold on, man. What?
I just want to know, where did you find this shit? Did you
wait. No, it was right there in his VCR cases, wide in the fucking open. So now he had. You ever see those big ass bottles of Johnny Walker? Like they're like literally like 2 feet high.
Yeah.
I turn around.
That nigga was trying to seduce your ass.
So I turn around.
More than that.
He got this. He's got this.
For short ride.
So he's got this. So he's got this big thing, but it's full of change.
Oh shit!
Wow.
To the rim. Quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, everything.
I know.
The motherfucker thing weighed like 60 pounds. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker wanted to fuck me. Now I'm gonna fuck him. I trashed his house.
Yo, no. Oh shit.
I grabbed my fucking big bottle of Johnny Walker with fucking 60 pounds of coins in it, and I start fucking chugging it down the street. And as I'm chugging it down the street, the motherfucker passes me. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked. So I'm like, alright, what do I gotta do here? I stashed the shit, put it on the side. Now, because technically speaking, I was 15, the law stated that since I wasn't declared a runaway, the police couldn't do nothing. I run into a 7-Eleven. I tell him this motherfucker's trying to fuck me. Cops come down. They arrest his ass. I go back. I get my bottle of Johnny Walker. I fucking start cracking that shit open, filling my pockets with change. Now I'm 60 pounds heavier with fucking quarters, nickels, and dimes and shit. So I'm like, well, how the fuck am I going to cash this shit? Because, like, who am I going to hand, like, fucking 9,000 quarters to? And I'm a hungry motherfucker. So the guy in 7-Eleven's like, I'll take it.
Damn.
So the guy in 7-Eleven took it. I pulled out whatever it was. Wasn't that much, 40, 50 bucks. Bought myself.
I'm telling you right now.
Bought my ass. Wait. Bought myself a truck stop for all you 7-Eleven fans out there, and a big 'em. And I got back on the road. So I
swear to God, trying to give you the sausage McRoller, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
I don't know, but when they have technology like they do in Minority Report, where they can look in motherfuckers' lives, I swear to God, if you did, I'm gonna dig your bitch ass up. They will scan your brain. I'm like, yo, there's a story he had. I want to see if this shit true. And they're gonna look at him when they get this technology.
Nigga, I
swear to God, James, scan your brain, get your brain like, yo.
If that happened to me, I would be mind fucked. I would be mind fucked.
Yeah, like,
definitely.
I'd have been like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, wait. It gets better.
What was your goal? Where the fuck were you going?
Inevitably, my uncle lived in North Carolina, so I was going to stop there.
Oh, shit.
So now,
that's where you were going to stop, but what was your end goal?
I don't know. Just see the world.
doing the cross country trip, huh?
It was cheaper than joining the Navy.
What a fake experience.
It's like you saw the galaxy, nigga, and they started with Uranus.
So now I get past Delaware. I get into the D.C. area, and I get this black dude that picks me up, and he's driving a potato chip truck.
Oh, shit.
Delivering whatever. I forgot what it was. Wise potato chips or whatnot.
I miss Wise.
First motherfucker that turned me on to that good old brother drink called OE.
That old English?
And he turned around and he's like, first of all, you're drinking it wrong. I'm like, what? He's like, you gotta drink it with a straw. He's like, you'll get fucked up more if you drink it with a straw.
Unity!
So he's driving me around. So now he's driving around and he's like, I gotta go into the DC area. We get into the DC area and a fucking truck flipped over on I-95.
That's fucking wild.
With sneakers. And I'm sorry to all the brothers out there, but you looting motherfuckers were running around trying to pick up motherfucking Air Jordans and match sizes for hours.
Oh fuck that! I would have been there. I would have been in there with the Jordans.
It was like a truckload of Jordans that just tipped over and all of them poured out. And there's gotta be 100 people on the fucking I-95 walking around calmly, not even in like a rat race to get it, calmly looking for size 9 left and a size 9 right. And the guy's like, yo, this is where I gotta let you go. So I'm like, all right, I didn't really want to get no sneakers and no shit like that. So I get down the road again, and the next guy that picks me up, while driving, starts reading me the Bible. He was a born-again Christian and starts reading me the Bible.
Well, at least you know your booty hole's safe.
Exactly. Well, at least he was Christian, not Catholic, but that's a whole other story. But needless to say, what happened was, but the guy turned around to me, and he hands me $20. Okay. And he's like, let me give you $20, to help you on your way and everything. So I was like, cool. So now I get past the D.C. area, I'm getting into the Virginia area. Mm-hmm. Virginia cops are fucked up cops. Virginia cops, I seen the guy, I seen them eyeing me. I'm on 95. They have somebody pulled over. So I tried to dip the rail and head like towards the forest and kind of avoid the highway, because theoretically, not even by law, you're not allowed to walk on interstates. So
yeah, they'll come pick you up for that.
Yeah, so the guy turns around and he come fucking flying around the corner like I murdered somebody.
Oh shit.
Runs my record and everything. I'm not a runaway or any of that shit. He's like, I'm gonna take you to the next stop, the next rest stop, and then you're on your own, but you can't be on the highways. I said, all right, cool. So I get there again. I get picked up by another dude. Now I don't know who knows who Lyle Alzado is.
Don't know.
Motherfucking football player. How about the guy who played the Hulk?
In the original one?
Lou Ferrigno. Put a beard on Lou Ferrigno, and that's what this motherfucker looked like. And I'll never forget it. Driving a big-ass Cadillac Coupe de Ville. White interior. Says, you know, come on, I'll give you a ride, yada, yada, yada. You're thinking like, you know, one of these fucking health fitness nuts and all that. He turned around to me straight up. He goes, look, I'm gay.
He wanted some extra stuff. Yeah,
he's like, do you want me to do you or you do me? I'm like, I want to do the door. I'm out of here, dude. He's like, no. If you're not into it, don't worry about it. I was just asking. I'm like, no, motherfucker, I gotta go.
Yeah, definitely. No chances with that.
I had a dog tag that I had around my neck, and I put it in my hand and I stuck it in his sternum and jumped out the motherfucking car.
Shit.
And then after that,
you're a little runaway piece of white chocolate, bro.
This makes no fucking sense.
So wait,
I've never heard of a story where a nigga got approached by gay people so much.
Yeah,
know,
where do you
right?
buy your
What
weed
can I
from?
say?
Like, seriously, where do you buy your weed from?
So now I'm like, because you know Virginia's a big state.
Yeah.
And now I'm deeper into Virginia. I'm getting closer to North Carolina, and I get picked up by another a Christian guy. Same thing, reading the Bible. Except apparently he picked up two Spanish cats that spoke zero English. And they're looking at me, giving me the K, while the guy's reading us the Bible. And I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are going to probably roll this motherfucker over or something. But again, guy turns around, he gives us all whatever, $10, $5 a piece. Says, you know, God bless you, yada, yada, yada. And then I get picked up by a smoking hot chick.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me describe. No. I got nothing off of her. Unfortunately, I got nothing off of her.
Okay, so you can't tell us any story about how she was trying to sexually harass you.
No, there was no sexually harassing.
Two fucking dudes are trying to ass fuck you.
No, there was no good. All I know is she was the typical white guy's 70s/80s dream girl, wearing a white guinea tee with some tight ass Jordashes, hair flowing in the wind, driving a Jeep Wrangler, and you're like, yo,
picking up strangers.
Yeah, picking up strangers, exactly.
I'm telling. I would have gave her the plea. I would have been like, listen, I've been through a lot of shit. You would not even believe it. So anything that you could make this a more straight adventure for me would be awesome.
So
I swear to God.
So now she takes me down a little bit more. Now I've gotten into North Carolina. I get this dude and his girl to pick me up. Actually, no, I gotta correct myself. Let me backtrack a little bit. When I was in Tennessee, I got picked up by like a 15 and 16-year-old dude and his girlfriend, newly wife, that had just gotten married, and they were like, you can come chill at our trailer for a while if you want. And I go to their trailer and shit, and there ain't a motherfucking light nowhere around for hundreds of motherfucking miles.
Because he's getting railed out in the dark.
So I'm like,
yeah, aren't they trying to kidnap you, nigga? Like, they don't want lights.
So within like 10 minutes of that shit, I was like, I'm out. You know, I just busted out. So anyway, getting back towards North Carolina, I get picked up by this dude, typical biker dude, inked up and down, driving with a boa constrictor in his goddamn fucking car.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, he's like, no, he don't bite. I'm like, yeah, I know that. They fucking choke you. They don't bite you. But the guy was actually cool enough to bring me to my uncle's house.
Was the snake gay?
Yeah, the snake.
Was the snake around your neck?
Fuck it, like you know.
The snake sucked my dick.
Hold on, this just in. This just in. Rico Suave wins Injustice, Gods Among Us at the break weekly number 229. Really? That's amazing for someone who stopped playing the game to win a fucking tournament.
Oh wow, really? Another.
Like, how do you win the game? How do you win a tournament but you don't play the game no more?
I guess that saying quitters. I guess that saying quitters never win don't apply no more.
I guess not. This nigga got psychic powers. Yo, he stopped playing the game. He wins fucking tournaments.
How long did he stop playing the game for?
Forever.
Forever.
He doesn't fuck with the game no more, but he won the break tournament.
I can't believe that.
Black Adam.
Yeah, he gotta play that shit a little bit.
With Black Adam, nigga.
Either, you know what? Then again, it's in just crap. So I could believe it. You know, you get your little combos down, and you know, you autopilot that shit.
I was saying, did the snake read you the Bible?
I just wondered if the fucking snake was gay, because at this point, like every person you like encounter was either a sex offender or
a child molester.
Yeah, James, you need to write a book about this.
So, but you know what was fucked up during this time? Because, like I said, and if you look it up, there was a drought.
I'm just letting you know, James, that if you make a movie, I am not playing you in this movie and having two gay niggas hit on me. All right. I don't want to look at no gay porno tapes and no shit like that. Right?
I want you to write this whole adventure down so I can read it as Charlie Murphy.
So during this time, also keep in mind, during that time there was a bad drought down south. So what had happened is, because I was on the highway all the time, I got fucking sunburn and sun poison. And I got sun poison.
You could get poisoned by the sun?
Yeah, dude, yo. Salt crystals will actually form on your skin.
Heat stroke, nigga? That's what you probably mean, heat stroke. Yeah, heat exhaustion.
It might have been, I don't know, but I kept going.
If you haven't, that's probably heat exhaustion, man. You probably got burnt and shit.
And the funniest thing is this: I hadn't seen my uncle in years, and I was telling Nelson, my fucking family's pretty dysfunctional. So I go to my uncle, and the first thing he says to me, "You want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't do that." He's like, "You want to go take my motorcycle out?" I'm like, "Okay, that sounds cool." He's like, "Do you have a license?" I'm like, yeah." He's like, "You ever drive a bike before?" I'm like, yeah. Dirt bikes? Okay, it's good enough. So now I'm driving around fucking North Carolina with nothing to do. And I'm in, what the fucking town was it? Winston-Salem. So I'm in Winston-Salem, driving around aimlessly with nothing to do. And I decide I want to leave. But the way I decided I wanted to leave is I wanted to do it the hobo way.
The hobo.
So while driving around on his motorcycle, I found train tracks, and I was like, I want to jump a train. Because they had like the boxcar trains going through. They're not no Amtrak fucking MTA shit. So I'm like, I want to jump a train. So I jump a train. Yo, those motherfuckers got cops on them.
Yeah, they do. They've always had cops where, depending on what they're fucking shipping, yo, yeah. Even back in the day.
Guys like, what the fuck you doing on the train? I'm like, going wherever you're going. He's like, we're going
down, boy.
At the time, my sense of direction wasn't as good as I thought it was. He's like, well, we're going to West Virginia. So I'm like, shit, no, I'm trying to go to Florida. So I hopped another train. And
White people are amazing. I'll be right back. White people are fucking amazing. My mom, dude, if I was gone more than 10 fucking minutes, my mom would have been calling every goddamn cops, fire department, detectives, my friends.
Did you even speak to your family when you went on this adventure?
Yeah, all right, now here's the fucked up thing.
Because I don't think they would let you do that again after you tell them that you found a dude.
It started out. They don't know. They didn't know about all that.
Did you ever tell them later down the road?
I live in. The town that I'm in now is Hicksville. That's where the train station was, where I started this journey. I had called my father from a payphone, and I said, I'm going on vacation. He goes, what? I'm going on vacation. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. And then I called them. The next time I called them up, I think I called them up somewhere near the Delaware Memorial Bridge. And I'm like, I'm okay. So just so you know, so you don't worry about it. And then I called them, and my uncle obviously called them when I showed up at his fucking door at 15 years old. I mean, it is like a 600-mile journey.
Oh my God, those balls are the size of grapefruits, bro. I'm surprised your dad didn't whip your ass for that shit.
You know what?
He whipped your ass over less.
What was fucked up was coming back, because I never made it to Florida. I wound up having to backtrack it, and my uncle put me on a fucking flight back to Newark. Damn. Now, I know this. No motherfucker wants to drive from Long Island to Newark when we got JFK and LaGuardia. Now, I know my father wanted to punch the piss and shit out of me when I got off that plane, but I guess my mother at that point was at that scared for her baby moment. So it just kind of slid by. I never really heard shit for. See, that was the difference. Y'all younger generations get punished. Stay in your room and do this. No, we got called what's called punches. You got punched and that was it. The punishment was over. You didn't get both. You got your ass whooped and it was okay. You can go out now. But usually you got your ass whooped in a position that you really didn't want to go out because all your other boys are going to be like, oh, you got your ass whooped today, huh? Mm-hmm. I see you walking with a little bit of a limp. What's that? Your mom burned you with a hot iron on your back today? Yeah, man.
It's okay.
So, I mean, that's why, I guess that's why I am the way I am. But I got to give, I give full props to my parents. Out of all the shit that I put them through, I mean, I got kicked out of schools. I went to, let me see if I can remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went to about 7 or 8 different schools in high school. Until they finally put me on homeschool.
Oh, you did homeschool?
Yeah, well, for a year. And then, believe it or not, senior year, because I was on the 5-year program. Uh-huh. So I did the 4th year of homeschool, and then the 5th year, they actually put me back in the school I originally went to. And ironically, I still managed to graduate higher than half the motherfuckers in my class. Which, if you think about it, being with an extra 5th year averaged in there, I should be a lot lower. Mm. But, at my last year of school, I actually, because I was one of these kids, and I've told this on the show before, I was one of these Mensa kids. I got 150-something IQ and all that other bullshit that means absolutely nothing in the real world. And just to prove to my parents, my final quarter of my final year, I made honor roll. And they were like, what the fuck? You caused trouble for us for the last 5 fucking years in school, and the last quarter you make honor roll? So, I mean,
gotta respect that.
I did my shit. I never opened up a book. I never did homework in my life. I never studied for a test. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just like, I was kind of like an idiot savant when it came to things. Like, once you mentioned states, I was like, all right, I know all you mentioned the state and the capital, I knew it. That was it. It was done.
You just knew it, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, even to this day, it's like, I know every fucking state and every capital.
Well, the states, yeah, you should. Everybody should.
Yeah, well, let's, put it out there and you'll see how many don't.
That's true.
Same thing with the elements, the periodic chart of elements. I used to. I've slacked over the years.
Plus, I don't even remember half of them.
So I mean, it's things like that. They would be like, all right, well, we need you to write a book. I made the motherfucker story. I made the motherfucker book up.
Nah. I missed the story, nigga. Did you get to the part where Shang Tsung recruited you for the Mortal Kombat tournament?
Well, you know what? At least, let me ask you a question. I have a question for you guys, real quick. This is, James will get this, right? All right. Is Brooklyn a part of New York City?
Of course.
Not really, no.
It's not?
Not really, no.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck that place. Fuck that place. A bridge don't make you
then
part
you're just
of the
being
borough.
biased then.
Okay, realistically.
Borough.
Okay, but alright. But realistically, right? If there was a test and you're fucking supposed to get the right answer, right? Are you gonna put yes or no?
I would put yes because it is.
Okay.
Put fuck Brooklyn. And then just
Why are you hating on Brooklyn for? I'm from Brooklyn.
And then
Like,
they give you a 0, like.
so my question is, why did said person not know this, James?
I'll tell you one thing though, they used to do that shit back in the day. They used to fucking have like.
You have somebody that's saying "fuck Brooklyn" that knows that Brooklyn is part of New York City.
Is Chinatown part of China?
No.
Okay, come on, that's fucking stupid. That's not like what kind of question is that?
It's the same common. It's the same basic knowledge.
How the fuck do you figure that?
Because
how the fuck can you say that Chinatown is part of China?
Because if you're going to
say
it
has China in there,
exactly. You know there's 5 boroughs.
But
the average person, All right, here we go.
But it doesn't say. But like, it doesn't. It's not like Brooklyn and New York aren't together. It's not Brooklyn, New York.
Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right now. Hold on, because I got one of these shirts to get.
Wait. What am I hearing right now?
Wait. My whole point is this. All right, hold on. Let me add in.
I'm mind fucked right now, so you need to.
I'm gonna fix this right up. Right, here we go. Yeah. No, that's not you. Where the fuck are you? Yo, Trepound, you online or what? Let's see. Let me see.
Yeah, I think he is. I think they did that because I remember my mom used to do that shit, and my grandma used to do that shit. She used to put Bronx, New York, and we was like, well, aren't we just a borough in New York? She was like, yeah. We was like, well, why don't you just put New York, New York? And she was like, because I guess it's easier for the male people to mail.
Yeah,
so
I do it that way also.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me put this out there. First person to dial into this chat right now, I got a question for you. You answer the question right, you get a free shirt.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
Does that include me?
No, because
I already have a shirt, but I'm just saying.
You know the answer.
I think the shit is though, like a lot of people think that the 5 boroughs are actually cities in New York, of the city. Like how the fuck you gonna be a city of the city?
Well, yeah, that's anybody that's out of town. They won't know that. Yeah.
Like you're from the Bronx. What city is that? Like no, that's the borough of New York. It's not a city.
That's a lot of foreigners, people out of town.
How about this?
New York is
wait. I'll settle this. I'll settle this for you in a very simple way. That is your fucking picture, dude. What the fuck you going fucking anime on me? All right, very simple. Wherever NYCPD patrols is New York City.
That's a very easy answer.
So Central Park is very much New York.
You know what? As stupid as that sounds, it's absolutely correct.
It's an easy answer.
That is the easiest answer. So for all those people, even that certain somebody, Brooklyn is in fact part of New York City.
All right, Trepound, you there?
Nope.
What's up?
Okay, I got a shirt right here. Name the 5 boroughs.
How are you gonna ask him that when he's on the fucking computer? Like I would just fucking.
No, you ain't got it. He ain't got to go. No. Because you're delaying the game here.
Name the 5 boroughs in NY?
Yeah.
Harlem, Brooklyn,
3,
Long Island,
1, wrong.
Harlem.
You just said Harlem. Like, what the fuck?
Done.
I haven't been up in New York for a minute.
Exactly, and that's why, unfortunately, Trey, you do not win the shirt. Because Harlem is part of Manhattan.
I haven't been in New York, and I don't really know boroughs like that. I haven't been up north in 2 years.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. People that live in... people that grew up 10 minutes away from here don't...
That's all right. People that listen to Biggie and fucking... And, you know... All them other niggas, them hard body rappers from New York and Jay-Z, they don't even know what the fucking boroughs are.
Fun fact about New York, most niggas don't know the other boroughs until they turn 18 and they start leaving out their own fucking borough.
hold on. I got one more person. Pherleece, you're on, Pherleece. I'm gonna.
I mean, if you live in like James, then you know those 5 boroughs like when you're fucking 8 years old.
You don't understand. At New York City.
Yo, Sons of Anarchy though.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Pherleece, you ready for your question?
Get it.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. Don't fucking put your Google shit up there.
I had to mute the stream.
I want to know why the fuck why the screen looks like this.
You messed it up.
Oh no, I got it switched over. That's why. There you go.
Are you trying to get a close up of my face?
No. I got it there now. I had it on the left screen showing the shirt.
All right, what's the question?
I think it's a black shirt and they got that logo up in the corner over there.
How are you with electronics?
Oh, where you gonna give him a borough question, but you gonna give him electronics? Okay.
I gotta switch it up because he lives in New York.
Yeah.
Can I just give the answer?
Yeah, nigga.
You can give the answer for nothing, just so you can establish that you know.
Yes.
I don't know. Let me hear the question. I should hear out.
No. Establish just for the audience the boroughs.
Name the 5 boroughs of death.
I did it in the chat.
Repeat them so people that didn't see it.
Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island.
There you go.
You mentioned Queens twice.
Yeah, I know. You missed Manhattan, Dick.
Queens, Brooklyn,
and he lives in New York. All right.
Whatever, I fucking know.
How are you?
I was just in Manhattan,
New York.
How were you in school? Were you a good student or bad student?
Be honest.
I learned how to just get 65s and not do shit.
I respect that.
Circle 65s are actual 65s.
What?
Like, were you fucking your teacher for your 65s? Did you actually study and earn the 65s?
Circle 65.
Right. What I did is I got 65s, and then my last semester I got like 90s and 95s, and it just averaged out better.
See,
actually, I got a 55. But
in my generation, when you were at the school for 5 years, they would give you what's called Circle 65s, which was really you failed, but we don't want to see your fucking face no more. So take the fucking Circle 65 as a smiley face.
Did you get the circle around your 65, or was it a legit 65?
I have no idea what. I never heard of that before.
Did you fail on purpose or did they pass you?
I mean, I didn't fail on. Oh, when I got the 55, you mean?
No, he's saying what he's saying. Look, what he's saying is right. When they gave you the 65, did you really fail that? But they just gave you a 65 just because they don't want to see you anymore.
For extra points.
No, no. What I did is I didn't really do much, but I always paid attention.
So so you paid attention. Okay. So, as I just said, I'm good with geography and science. How were you in geography and science?
I'm alright. I don't think I can name all the capitals.
Okay, you don't have to.
He's gonna ask you to add the fucking table of elements.
Yes.
He's gonna ask you for.
That would be too hard. That definitely would be too hard.
What is the element symbol for iron?
No, is it AU?
No.
No.
I don't know.
No. It was F.
Wow, I know this one.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
FE.
You get the shirt.
I can tell you about my chemistry class. It was called Contemporary Chem. We didn't have to take a Regents. And our teacher was mad cool, and we didn't do shit. And she gave everybody 75s for doing nothing.
So doing nothing.
That's why I don't know.
So basically, what you're saying is your teacher spent the whole day fantasizing about all little high school penises, and said, you know what, and probably banged one or two of them, but motherfuckers' friends were smart enough to shut their mouths, unlike the new generation who open up their mouth and brag, so the teacher gets fucking thrown in jail.
I didn't mind because I had the hottest girls in school in my class, so I don't care.
So I'm impressed. So Trey, you redeemed yourself, but I'm going to give Pherleece a chance of redemption.
Okay.
All right.
What?
Who says that this channel is an educational?
Exactly. We teach. We teach. Okay. Who? Nah, we won't give you a who. What did you say your favorite subject was?
I don't know.
Your best.
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
What I missed? Did anybody get a free shirt yet?
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Yes, Trey got a shirt. I'm gonna
say gym. Say gym. Gym is your favorite subject.
I mean, I did well in gym.
I would hope so.
All you gotta do is stand around in New York fucking public schools. Just don't beat nobody up, nigga. You pass
Yo, Truth, you ain't.
Truth,
you ain't been in New York in a hella long. My brother's a phys ed teacher. You gotta bring a book to gym now.
You do?
What?
Wait,
what? You gotta bring
public schools put actual learning in gym.
You gotta actually bring a book to school now for gym. Yeah.
Oh,
that's crazy.
What happened to health class?
They have that too. They have that too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god.
So is it?
That's called sex ed. Gym is the new health class.
Sex ed is that girl in fucking 11th grade that brings the note in phys ed and says, I can't play because I'm pregnant. But that's a city thing.
It's amazing. You go to school for sex ed and you're just like, yeah, so I don't want to get any chick pregnant, while I'm like, 21, 22 years old. Oh, shit, fuck. I had to bust that nut off, and it looks like school didn't do shit for me.
It was a little bit.
You know what, though? Most of the time in health class back in the day, it was all pregnant Spanish chicks taking health. It should be hilarious as hell when they get to sex ed, and they all pregnant.
And then when they get out, of school, they all become nurses.
I want to better my community by helping everybody else get better, like you, because
that's the story.
Up dead.
All right, Pherleece.
I got one for him.
You got one for him?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay. Some months got 30 days. Others got 31. How many months got 28 days? This shit's easy. You got 30 seconds.
Is that technically like a trick question because of the leap year? Or all the months? That's a trick question. Yeah, 12 months.
Correct, my nigga. Look at that free shirt.
Free shirt.
Free shirt, my nigga. Free shirt. That's what. Look, see how easy it is to get a free shirt on your own blast show. I asked me an easy ass question, nigga.
Thank God I questioned it at first because I was just like, what the fuck?
I got a question for somebody.
Go ahead.
I got a question. No, it's not. It's a riddle, but let's see who can get it first, though. Like, you gonna invite somebody on? I'll ask you.
Yeah, let's see. Next person that calls into Skype gets on.
It's easy as hell too. If you don't get it, you're a retard.
Oh god, it's off the hook right now. I see it.
Yo, can I blow up somebody?
Oh no, I got to blow up somebody too. I got to blow up a couple people. So
one more person. I got one more shirt. I think I'm giving away today.
Oh snap!
Yo, listen, I have a whole bunch of Empire Arcadia shirts that I need to give away.
Nah, we good.
Damn.
If you want, I could sell them. If you want, I could sell them for about 20 grand.
20 grand.
Let's do it. Come on, let's go.
Pussy?
Look, here's the thing, right? You sell all those shirts for 20 grand. All you gotta do is give me 1 grand, and you can have the other 19.
Yeah. Yo, okay. Yo, remix. Yo, you didn't see. You got to go back 2 or 3 episodes. You got to see what I did to the Godlike shirt.
Oh, yeah, James, you a real nigga. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, did you ever see the movie Office Space?
Yeah.
What they do to the printer?
Oh God.
I put on Ghetto Boy Still. I fucking lit the shirt on fire, smashed it with cantaloupes and bananas, and then pissed it out in my house.
Shit was real.
So basically,
on stream,
you did this on stream.
On stream.
So your shit is hanging out and everything.
No, you don't see it.
I can't go that far, man. Come on.
You just see the street. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you got banned once already.
That's why I kept it.
Like casino, it was like kind of like casino with Office Space music.
As far as the OBS gear, December is the date that I'm going to start getting stuff again. Because I've just actually, and it was funny because when I met up with Remix, me and my wife are going into mediations to get this divorce thing finalized. So money will hopefully start flowing my way again. Because I feel like a broke-ass motherfucker. So anyway, once again, let me put this up there.
Seeing as how you do the whole cable shit, right?
Yeah.
How about you hook me up with some fucking files, bro? I mean, it's not in my area, but you could petition for it.
What, for files over there?
I need files too, yo.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
Files,
Spooky.
Glass, nigga.
Yo, Spooky is like fucking what? I'm on East 8th Street. Spooky's on like East 2nd Street. He's like 6 blocks away from me. That motherfucker has files and I don't.
Nah, petitioning's not going to do
Had it
anything.
for a long time. Yeah, he's had that shit for a long time though.
I know that, and I still
All right,
don't have it.
hold on. Reyes. You want the next contestant, but you got to turn your mic off.
Ray, mute your stream, Ray.
20 grand.
Damn, 20 grand? That's expensive.
Look, here's the thing, right?
Mute your stream, Ray.
Shadow Lou Showdown. Make sure you cop yours now.
Yo, you didn't see. You got to go back 2 or 3 episodes. You got to see what I did.
We're already going back 2 or 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. Reyes, you got to mute your stream. There you go. You got to mute your stream.
Yeah. What they do to the printer? Oh God.
Sacrifice that ass with the resurrection.
Brad, mute your stream in 5, 4.
What's going on right now?
Stream, Ray.
Yep, kicked out. Next person.
No, I'm gonna give him another shot.
So your shit is hanging out and everything.
Mute your stream.
I can't go that far, man. You just see the street. Well, I'm just saying.
Yo, who is this?
Once already.
I don't know.
He's one of my teammates.
I got my shit on mute right now. I'm just looking at the screen, so it's not coming.
Guys, as far as the OBS.
Who's fucking up right now?
December is the date.
Reyes. I got 2 Reyeses in the same fucking channel.
When I met up with Remix, me and my wife were going into.
We got 6 people in this shit right now. One of them.
It's Reyes. Eventually, we're gonna get to the point.
I promise you, it's not me.
It's Reyes.
Sorry about that.
All right, there you go. Better. You gotta turn the volume down.
Turn the volume. Just mute your volume.
No, there's only one Reyes that could be over here, and that's the official. The official like a whistle. Where's my referee shirt?
We're gonna call Ray.
Ray.
You gonna call him Ray?
Ray.
Yeah,
Raynell's gonna have a problem with that.
Ray.
You can get over it. I have Reyes twice in my name.
Oh shit! You got it.
I got that.
You know. I was talking. Look, just real quick. I just want to touch on this real quick, right? So, I don't know if you guys know Unknown. You know, the Marvel player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
So I'm like, yo, why don't you hop on the Blast show? Look at this shit, right? He goes, I do not support that show, and I will not support that show. You shouldn't either. Laughed my ass off. So sorry, not watching. LOL. Why? What does it do besides shit on the community?
What the fuck?
Nobody care about that free ass nigga anyway.
Tell him that I said, just like his mama would tell him, if you don't do no stupid shit, I want nothing to fucking talk about. So just come on and be civil. If not, you can keep showing your ass, and I can blow you up like this right here. So from the bottom of myself, OBS, and Andre's heart, eat a dick, nigga.
Damn.
Competing for 3rd place, nigga. That's some bullshit.
I was just trying to get down to the bottom of it, but you know what I'm saying? That seems like a little tiny bit of hostility over here.
It's not even hostility. It's called grown man shit. If you want to sit there and say he don't support nothing and don't say why, then he can stay on that Cali dick and eat one.
Like Charisma One says, Unknown does have some nice titties.
He does, and they're
niggas stay competing for top 16.
Niggas said they're competing for top 16. I think this is stupid.
See, I mean, it sounds bad, but here's my take on it. If you're going to not support something, have a reason. Don't just do it because someone else told you.
No. That's why I asked him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a reason, and fuck them.
Yeah.
A lot of the community do that. They follow behind people that they don't fully understand.
And how you beefing with a nigga that drops combos though? That's what I don't understand.
And he always beef
nigga that drops combos. He can't finish his food. Why can't he just finish what he's saying? Like,
isn't that oh my god, it's Andre?
That's his kid.
That's why they call him oh my god, I drop combos. I mean, I'm keep it 100.
But that's not Unknown though.
But I'll give Andre one thing: he's a lot more personable than fucking Unknown. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
Listen, my point is this. If you don't like the show, I don't give a shit.
Have a reason though. Like
I don't even give a shit if you don't have a reason. You're insignificant. You were an abortion that should have happened, but unfortunately they legalized it the day after you were born.
Oh my god. And look.
So don't turn around and throw shit out there and not expect shit to come back at you.
I was just asking because I was curious. That's all. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, no. But you know, it's the simple fact that he's another typical example of a person that claims I am destructive to the community. When what is his contribution to the scene?
Almost fighting Andre. And every time they play.
He just plays.
Nah. He could. Eat Nina, man. Eat Nina.
You're right.
Eat Nina. Eat it. That nigga's stupid.
Like I said, don't get me wrong.
Oh my god.
But it's unknown a good player. I do like when he plays. He's a pretty okay player. I like when he plays.
Fuck him as a player. That nigga's funny as shit, man.
He's funny as hell, yeah. So for him to sit there and go like that, that's kind of a 180. It's like, look, man, look.
That's out of his character, from what I know. You know what I mean? So,
it really is. Especially when
it is, but at the same time, it's irrelevant. You know.
But you know what it is? You know what it is? I bring more to the table than him without touching a controller. Now, if I touch a controller, if I play fucking 3-button Smash Marvel or fucking Street Fighter, and actually, you know, or Tekken or any of these games, and take them on a serious level, people like him would wind up having to be top 64 instead of 32.
Yo, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
James? This nigga Triforce is on Facebook right now. Can you please add him to the call? Cause I want.
No.
Not
yet.
I want The only reason why I asked this is because I want him to show Triforce the video that he showed me.
No, not yet. Yo,
I can't show those, dude.
Oh, you can't show them?
No, I can't take those chances.
Triforce take that video and turn it into something off the wall, like some old Matrix conspiracy shit.
No. We're talking about OBS shit. Homeboy
It
Tyson.
doesn't even matter. You know how he rolls, man.
Yeah, but he's seen them. He's seen the Homeboy Tyson stuff.
Oh, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He
already said he had
that shit was fucking hilarious.
But he laughed. But he laughed his ass off.
Yes, he did.
Well, at least he has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have a good sense of humor to be rocking the raccoon outfit.
Let's see if we can get him into here and zoop around a little bit. Either way.
Yo, I have a question, right? Like, why did niggas hate Triforce? I just want to know, like, a legitimate reason.
I don't know why, man.
Why? Is he just one of those people that just gets to you?
No, it's for his past. That's what
you can't shame a nigga for his past.
Well, what's my time out? Hold on. Well, what's my past? What's my past?
You made some bad decisions back in the day.
Like.
Man, come on.
Oh shit! Here we go.
No, go on. Because you were there.